Ani, Sago, Tansi, Bonjour, hello, all of my beautiful relatives, Quays, and folks across Turtle Island. My name is Nicole, and I am the vlogger and blogger behind Urban Quay. And I would like to welcome you to my first ever vlog. I am coming at you from the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement territory in southwestern Ontario. Today, the first vlog ever, we're going to be getting to know me. I've been talking about it all over my social media ever since I announced it. I made a huge announcement that I was starting a vlog, and just thought it would be really important for my first vlog to be really about getting to know me. So I asked questions all over my social media, and I received about 15 questions. So you asked, and I will deliver. Before we get started, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the notification button, so that you are notified every time I post something new. Also, and share with all of your cousins, aunties, relatives, friends, whoever, neighbors, whoever it may be. And if this is something that you would like to see, then please stay tuned.
If you ever feel alone.
All right, welcome back everybody again to my first ever vlog. This is so exciting. I have been wanting to do this for years. Finally, I just said, I'm just gonna do it. And so here I am. You know, of course I don't always have the handle on everything, but I will learn as I go, trial and error. I always say that in everything that I do, it's always trial and error. So again, I am so excited. I'm so happy that you're here. Again, before we move forward, make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification button, and like and share. Again, like right at this point, it's my new introduction video. I don't have any followers or subscribers right now, and that is totally okay. I will also link all of my social media links below. If you have any ideas that you would like me to talk about or discuss or anything at all, feel free to send me a message on either my Instagram, my website, or my Facebook page. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm a new blogger. I just recently started my blog in March of 2022, so of this year. So I've been going on about like 6 or 7 months. It's something that I've always wanted to do again. Like I really love beauty. I love lifestyle. I love fashion. I love makeup. I love talking about Indigenous issues and also bringing awareness on really important topics that affect Indigenous people and Indigenous peoples across the world, across Turtle Island. And also, of course, really important to me is body positivity. So I want to make sure, you know, building confidence hasn't always been my thing. But as I've gotten older and just, you know, life experience, I have learned to really be confident in who I am. And so I want to be that example for others. You can always come to me, ask me questions, reach out to me, and I will be your, you know, your sister that, you know, motivates you. So again, like anytime, feel free to reach out to me. So again, I wanted to, like, I was like thinking about like, what am I going to do for my first vlog? Like, am I going to do like a get ready with me? But again, like I really want to start to build a relationship with my subscribers and followers. So I thought, what not better to do than have a ask me anything. So as I mentioned earlier, I reached out all over my social media, so my Instagram, my Facebook pages, and my friends and family. Like if there's any questions that they wanted to ask, get to know me. So I left it open, and I received about 15 questions, and I also received some things that I would like to share with you already, some things that I chose, some fun facts about me. So, again, like as we go along, as you continue to watch my videos, you'll really start to know who I am as a person, as an Indigenous person, as an Indigenous woman, as someone who loves makeup and beauty and confidence, right? And so, again, feel free to always reach out to me if you ever have any questions. So with that being said, let's get into it. About me, Again, I mentioned my name is Nicole. I am from Mississauga, the Credit First Nation. I am mixed with European heritage on my dad's side, Indigenous on my mom's side, my Anishinaabe. I have a passion for amplifying Indigenous voices in everything that I do. If that is those ceremonies that I go to, if that is my advocacy, if that is the work that I do, again, like I always work through an Indigenous lens. So that is something that I always bring to the table. And you know, with a vlog and a blog, really, like I'm really putting myself out there, right? But again, I have a really important message, you know, and so I really like to focus being me, being a city native. I was born and raised in this city. And we have a big community here of urban Indigenous people here in the city. And so, you know, going back to communities, there is sometimes a little bit of negativity and kind of, I guess, that look upon of city natives, but I like to create a safe space that, you know, if there's somebody that is new moving to the city, if you have questions, like I'm really good at resources, so feel free to reach out to me. Yeah, I've been waiting so long to do this and like to actually feel confident in, you know, being able to get on camera, because it is scary. I'm not gonna lie, like it is really scary. But I have a lot of supporters and like support from my friends and family, and so I just wanted to just take the plunge and just do it, and I'm so glad that I did. So you are on this journey with me. So again, like I have some things that I do want to share about me. Anything that you want to ask, you can like always ask in the comments, or you can send me a message. More a little bit about me before I go into it. The first thing that I wanted to talk about, fun things about me, you know. All right, so let's get to it. First question, first fun fact about me is my biggest accomplishment, I would have to say, is going to university. I grew up in the city. I went to a Catholic school, and I had a lot of teachers like tell me that I couldn't do things, one, because of who I am as an Indigenous person, and two, because, you know, I struggle with like learning. And so when I was able to go to university and really excel in my grades, that was like the biggest accomplishment, you know, and really like even living and striving in a colonial world, you know, is definitely an accomplishment. You know, if you are struggling with even just getting up in the morning, or even if you get up and you're like, I can't clean today, or I can't wash my hair, but you just getting up and getting out of bed, that is a huge accomplishment. So a lot of people were like, oh, well, you know, I haven't really been successful. I haven't really, you know, had these opportunities, or I don't see myself as a successful person. Well, yes, you are. I'm here to remind you, yes, you are successful. The next fun fact about me, sorry, I just gotta pull these up on my phone, is my favorite place that I visited. So, first and foremost, if people that are watching that who know me personally know that I am the biggest spooky season fall/Halloween lover ever. Like, my house is already starting to be decorated. I've had like my coffee bar set up for quite a while. That will be another vlog that you get to see all my decor, and I'll do like kind of a bit of a haul. And of course I'll be grabbing more decorations. And so I will share those with you. So I am the favorite place that I've ever been to. I was very lucky enough to go with my fiance in 2019. We went to Salem, Massachusetts. I am a big lover of history. And of course, all things spooky. So about the Salem witch trials, and I love Hocus Pocus. So that is why I really wanted to go. We went there for about 4 days, 3 nights, 4 days. It was such a welcoming place. Yes, very spooky. Had the very fall, you know, small town vibes. and seen some really amazing things. I will definitely share some of those photos, especially because we're like leading up to Halloween and fall. I will share those photos so you can see some of the things that I saw. Very amazing. I can definitely do a vlog on like tips and tricks if you were to ever go to Salem, like where to go, where to eat, places to see. Yeah, anything like that. I am happy to do a blog or vlog on that. There's so much to cover. We were there for, again, like 4 days, and we didn't even get to cover everything. There's so much to look at. So, highly recommended about going there. Definitely. My next fun fact about me is my favorite season, which I already talked about. Is definitely fall. I love everything to do with fall. I love the pumpkins. I love the cold, crisp air. I love being able to wear like sweaters and boots and scarves. And of course, like it's Halloween, right? And I just love the smell of leaves, and it's just like the best feeling ever. It like really calms my spirit, and like of course, like it is that time of harvest, right? And so we're harvesting all of our goods and preparing for winter. It's that time, and like I can really feel that transition, like within the air, like within my body, within my own spirit. I can definitely feel that. I also do love winter, though. I do, because it is that time of rest. I find just like the snow and everything is just so quiet. I find it so peaceful. I know some people find the winter, maybe like depressing, or feels, kind of gets them down, their spirit down. And yeah, that's everyone has their own like feelings towards the different seasons and react differently. But to me, it's something really, really special and very calming about it. And then also, like, I'm like, well, after winter, it is, spring, right? And so the winter's preparing you, and then, once it hits like March and April here, it starts to get a little warmer. The snow is starting to finally melt, and it's finally starting to get like lighter, earlier, or late. It's staying later, like dark, like later. Sorry, I'm confused now. But that is definitely fall and winter. Fall, like more so, just because of I just love everything spooky. I'm a very spooky kind of girl. But again, also love that calmness of winter. All right, next fun fact is, like if you have any other questions that you'd like to know, feel free to drop them below in the comments. The next one is my celebrity crush. Well, for all of you, I was like born in like the late 90s, almost 80s. And then, like, of course, I grew up in, like, the early 2000s. We all love Titanic. So, Leo is my celebrity crush. Like, 100%. Anybody, it is Leo for me. I'm curious to know who your celebrity crush is. The next one is my biggest fear. So, I have, like, quite a few. But really the one that, like, causes me so much anxiety. And, like, you wouldn't think so, but I know, like, so it's water. Like, dark, deep water. My papa was, like, such a great swimmer. And, like, my mom's a great swimmer. And she always said, the water is so powerful. Like, it's always underestimated. And that's why, like, we must respect it. Like, lay your tobacco down. Respect the water. And, like, that is it. So I'm not a fan of swimming or boats. Like, I'll go in pools. I won't go in lakes or ponds or the ocean or anything like that. But I just have this fear of, like, dark water. It just really, like, stirs something up in me. I wonder if everyone else or other people feel that way. My second, like, top one at the top there is lightning. I like thunder, and I love the rain, so it's not even that. It's just the fact of this lightning bolt just comes out of nowhere, and like how high, we know how high the sky is, okay? So like if you're around a plane, it's like 35,000 feet up in the air, but like to think that lightning, that energy, that electricity can come down to the ground. They're just extremely scary. And so when that happens, like my fur baby, my dog Duke, it is the same way. We go and hide in the basement. Like that is it for us. They know. Thank you. And so my sister always like laughs at me, and my fiance does too. But they're usually pretty good. But I have some like really funny stories of me like running from lightning, or like really just like hiding out. So the water, like dark, deep water specifically, and lightning are my two top fears. Whew, just gives me anxiety thinking about it. The next fun fact about me, my favorite artists. And so for my favorite artists, like in terms of like singers, I am, some people may laugh at me, some people may not know who this is, but my favorite of all time is Miss Queen Bee. I'm not, I love Beyonce, but I'm not talking about Beyonce. I am talking about Lil' Kim, okay? Me, growing up listening to Lil' Kim, listening all to her Notorious Kim CD, like in like the late 90s going into early 2000s, like the Jump Off, totally my favorite. My like new like artists now, definitely love The Weeknd. I love Cardi B, and I love Adele. Also, my other like favorite is of course the Queen, the Queen Lizzo herself. I am so excited that I'm actually going to see her next month in Toronto. So I have been looking forward to that for quite a while. My fiance, he got me tickets for my birthday. And I'm just so excited. So don't worry, everyone will be hearing about Miss Lizzo, okay? So my next fun fact about me is my favorite powwow. So for a while, like a couple years ago, and especially like before COVID, I was like always on the powwow trail. I am a singer. I've been singing for like 10 years or so now, maybe longer, I'm not quite sure. And I am an old style jingle dress dancer. I haven't danced for a little while now, again, because of COVID. But it's definitely a passion of mine, and I definitely want to get back into it. So there was a time that I was really on the powwow trail, like pretty much every weekend. All of us would kind of go out. And definitely one of my favorites is Scugog, so it's like kind of northern Ontario. It was just such a really fun powwow, and like funny experiences. And just, I also got to go to Elsipogtog in New Brunswick, and I actually, while I was there at the powwow, I actually entered an Iron Woman's special. So I think I only lasted a couple songs, but there were some women that lasted for like 40 minutes. Like the endurance and the stamina of like dancing that long is incredible to watch, So, but definitely those two are my favorite powwows ever to go. Favorite traditional food? Well, I love like cedar and spruce tea, but I absolutely love wild rice and berries. Like there's just something about it that's just like warms my soul. Like it just soothes my soul. Like it's just so good. So that is my favorite traditional food. I also love like venison, and I do love bison and moose, and so my favorite makeup brand, like of course, like I support a lot of indigenous makeup brands, and so what I love is of course Cheekbone Beauty. That is the lipstick that I'm wearing. Prado's Beauty, and also Aboriginal Beauty. I just met the owner just a few weeks ago when I was in Cape Powwow, and I'm actually wearing the eyelashes. I don't know if you could see, but there's some like blue eyelashes in there. I love it. She has all colors. I'll link her website below, because you can order right off the website and she will ship them to you. My next fun fact, My favorite movie. Oh boy. I'm such a movie person. I have been ever since I was young. I definitely love like those 90s movies. Definitely. Like my favorite, two of my favorites are Mermaids with Cher. I love Cher. And then the other one, I love 16 Candles with Molly Ringwald in it. And of course, I love Hocus Pocus. You know, I can recite that completely, that whole movie. Those are like my three favorite movies. But then again, like I have favorite like Halloween or like fall movies, and then I have like my favorite like Christmas and holiday movies. But definitely Mermaids and 16 Candles are like my top two that are my favorite. My favorite style of power dance. So again, like I am an old style jingle dress dancer, but I love grass dancers. There's just something about their footwork. It's just so beautiful, and like every style and every like individual dancing like shares their story, right? And it's so beautiful. Also, I love like men and women's traditional dancers as well. So elegant and graceful. Or it's just such a beautiful sight to see. The last like fun fact before I get into the questions, someone who inspires me. Well, a lot. Many women and Indigenous women inspire me. But really, if I really had to choose one, I would definitely say my grandma. My grandma has passed on now to the spirit world. She passed in 2014. And she was like a second mom to me. We had such a special relationship and connection. And, you know, she also, like, she's a residential school survivor. And she never talked about it or anything like that. But just, again, like, I could talk to her about certain things when it comes to, like, our heritage and things that she knew that she could share, but she didn't always share so much, you know, because of course, like, you know, in the 60s and, you know, people would not want to admit, like, they're Native. They would, like, say that they're something else, or they just kind of kept everything, you know, private. And also, too, like, because of residential schools and because of these colonial, like, inhumane policies, Indigenous people couldn't even practice their culture, right? Not until 1951. The potlatch ban was removed in 1951, where Indigenous peoples were finally able to practice their ceremonies. But the good thing is that our elders and our, you know, knowledge keepers have practiced even when it was illegal to do so. And that's why I truly believe that there's still a lot of knowledge that our elders carry, right? And now, because they are getting older and it is their time soon, and they're starting to pass that down a lot more to, you know, youth and the next knowledge keepers and elders, right? So definitely, again, my grandma, just for her resiliency, her strength, and she had such a kind heart, and she never judged anyone. And so I really aspired to be like her. And so I'm just thankful that, you know, she was my grandma, and I had the time that I did get to spend with her. She passed away, I think, when I was about 22, you know, 21, 22. So I did have a good amount of time with her. So I'm very, very thankful for that. All right. And as I mentioned earlier, as soon as I announced that I was making a vlog, I put out a big request over my social media, so my Instagram, my Facebook page, asking my family and friends, like, if they could send me questions, or even my followers can send me questions that they would like to know about me. And so I have some questions here. So some are funny, and, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to comment them below. Yeah, all right. So the first question, for getting to know me, if you could bring back one fashion trend, what would it be? So one fashion trend will definitely, like vintage rolls. And I know like the Hollywood waves are coming back, so it's really nice to see that. But I just love that era in terms of fashion and makeup and beauty, right? Not in terms of, you know, politics at the time in the 50s. But that would definitely be like an era and like those fashion trends to come back. I would like to see that. Then the second question that I have is, be honest, do you work from bed sometimes? I actually don't. My room is like fairly dark. It's in the basement. There's just not a lot of natural sunlight. I'm really only down there to sleep. Do I work sometimes from my couch? Sure I do. I think everyone does. Sometimes I work in my pajamas, when I don't have like any meetings, like I don't wear any makeup, we can all take a break that way, or, whatever it may be. So sometimes I guess I like to be comfortable. The next question that came through was, if you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? That's pretty tough, especially because like my phone has like absolutely everything in it. But I think I would have to say, definitely my bank, of course, my bank app, my Facebook and Instagram, and my emails important. I don't know between those 4, I guess. I guess I could just go to the bank. So I'm going to say email, Facebook, and Instagram. Those are mine. All right. That was a good question, actually, because I think that'd be really, really hard. So I guess my question for you is, like, if you had to delete all your apps in your phone, what 3 would you keep? So tell me below. All right, and my next question is, where was your first date with Ty? So Ty is my fiance. We've been together since 2016. We are getting married next year, so it's super exciting times for us. We're like really in the midst of planning right now. It will be, a fall wedding, so it's really exciting. Our first date was kind of like 2, I guess you can explain, but I guess you could say, and also like, it seems so like fairy tale-ish in a sense, because our first initial date, it was like we were talking for a while. I was down in his area, which is only like his parents, like his community's only a few hours away from here. It's not far at all. I was down there with my dad, and so we're like, okay, like let's, he asked me on dates before, and I just kept saying no. Not that I kept saying no, I just wasn't like, sure, I guess, I don't know. And then finally, like I think it was like Thanksgiving weekend, and I was down, and he came to pick me up, and he drove me to the beach. It was like nighttime, and the most like beautiful and like most romantic thing, like it was a full moon. We were on the beach, like you could hear the waves splashing. It was just really beautiful. And then the next day, the next date was one of my favorite places, was to the pumpkin patch. Went and like picked up this like huge pumpkin, put it in his trunk of his car. I went home, he completely forgot about it, and well, it rotted in his trunk, But it was just really nice. Of course, like the moon is something, you probably can't really see it, but behind me there's like a crescent moon. The moon is something very, very special to me, so like having it as the first experience, and of course like loving spooky season and like loving pumpkins, all things, fall, took me to a pumpkin patch, like such a, and then after that, of course, like I fell for him, so. And we're now, we're getting married, so obviously it was good. Who is your longest friend and where did you meet? My longest friend would definitely have to be my friend Janelle. We met in elementary school, grade 2. And we've been friends ever since. She's always been there, and I feel like I've always been there for her. Of course, there's times that you guys, you and your friends, you get older and you're like so busy with your lives. Sometimes if there's like arguments, you might stop talking for them for a little while. But like if you are true friends, you will always be brought back together. And so I just I have a lot of love for her. She is now a mom. She will be she's getting married as well. You know, and then I was able to ask her to be one of my bridesmaids as well too. So she's just really special to me, and we have a lot of great memories. So I definitely would have to say my friend Janelle is my longest friend. What is your favorite outfit? Okay, so I guess I could describe it in like what I would like to wear. I am definitely, again, fall is everything for me. So I love like cardigans, I love leggings, I love boots, I love scarves. And so I would definitely have to say like a nice cardigan with a nice like little like blouse with leggings and like knee-high boots and a scarf is definitely like my favorite outfit. I also do love dresses. So I guess between those two are my favorite outfits. If you could time travel, what era would you be back for one day? So again, in the 50s, maybe even the 20s, like, you know, just loved the makeup and the glamour and just everything about the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s and 50s. So I'd say between like that era. And then what are 3 material things you couldn't live without? Okay, so 3 things I could not live without. Definitely my phone, my lipsticks, and definitely my beaded earrings for sure. I'm sure in every single video you're going to see me with new earrings on all the time. So those are my top 3. What is your favorite self-care activity? I have many. Self-care is so important to our well-being and like all our aspects of being, so spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional. I am, again, like really in touch with, you know, smudging and my ceremonies and drumming and singing and, you know, some of the medicines as well too. And so I definitely find a lot of comfort in that, but I also find comfort in candles and tea, and I'm a coffee connoisseur. I have an extensive amount of coffee, and I have like a really big coffee bar. I have a couple different coffee makers. It's just definitely my thing. So I find comfort in coffee, and definitely in my animals, or definitely my self-care, just like to snuggle with them, and you know, and of course my fiance, you know, just like being around him, and he always like lifts my spirits and always supports me. And I also love yoga. I love stretching. I love journaling. I will definitely have a vlog for journaling, and you can kind of see what my journal looks like. Definitely, I will do that. I am curious to know what your favorite self-care activity is, because I'm always looking for new ideas. So let me know below. All right. How many tattoos do you have, and which one is your favorite? I really don't know how many I have anymore. I have quite a few, honestly. I would have my favorites. I guess the most meaningful one is the one that I have here. That's a hummingbird, and it's for my grandma. And I also have like some really other beautiful ones. My newest one is the one on my hand of the floral. That one is definitely one of my favorites for sure. Tattoos is definitely like my way of expressing who I am, like as an individual, expressing my creativity. I don't necessarily believe that there has to be a meaning towards all your tattoos. I don't think that, because how I see it is that it's a piece of art, and the artist that you're getting it from is like you're honoring them and you're putting it on your body. Your body is your sacred space, your sacred temple, your own canvas. So how we can like decorate our own house, or we can decorate like our office space, or whatever it may be, like we can do the same to our body. So if that's our way of expressing ourselves, is that tattoos, if that is like body modifications, like piercings, tattoos, whatever it may be, like whatever, dyeing your hair a different color, getting like Botox, like whatever it may be, like is your way of expressing yourself. It makes you feel good. So never ever allow anyone to tell you different. So that is, again, like I have so many tattoos, I couldn't even tell you how many, and I don't necessarily have like one favorite, but like definitely the one on my hand is my favorite right now. All right, good question. What is something that you're grateful for? Well, I mean, there's so many things to be grateful for. I have such a loving family. I have, a great support system. I have, a great a great job. I do really great work. In my opinion, I think I do great work because again, like I'm helping Indigenous people. I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful for everything. I'm thankful for life and like waking up in the morning. Not everyone has that privilege of waking up. And so I'm just, I give my thanks every day. Again, the list goes on and on. I can't necessarily narrow it down to one thing. And what made you decide to start a vlog/blog? Why is it important to you? Okay. So again, like I've mentioned this earlier, I have been wanting to start a vlog and a blog for like so long. Didn't know where to start. Wasn't quite confident. Like I wasn't quite sure where to start either. Like just everything kind of like that. Don't know where to start. Don't feel comfortable or confident. Don't have the equipment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, like if there's anything I can encourage is like if you have a phone, you can start. You're gonna build up your equipment. You're gonna build up everything. Everyone has their own message to bring. They have, their own skills and gifts that they can bring to their vlogs and blogs. So like, if you have a passion for it, do it. Blogging to me too is my way of expressing myself, getting, my feelings out and my thoughts. And I'm quite I give everything like an analysis. I'm a very deep thinker. With everything really. Sometimes it like makes me stay up really late at night and like I don't really sleep because of it. But definitely, like if you have something to share, please, I encourage you to vlog, blog, whatever helps you to express yourself. Again, expressing yourself and to get your message out there. I definitely feel that I have a good message. I like to focus, as I mentioned earlier, I like to focus this vlog on Indigenous women or relatives, anyone that will enjoy my content who's living in the city. It's really about decolonizing beauty standards. Like that is something I really strive for is like bringing education and awareness on that we all look different. Body positivity, we all look different. Not just because, European standards, like we do not have to live up to European and colonial standards when it comes to beauty, when it comes to anything at all. And so that is definitely my message. And again, like I also have a passion for amplifying Indigenous voices. So if that is, myself, or is that someone from my family or whoever, if they allow me to, share or like, if it's issues, because it's ongoing. Indigenous people face issues every single day, barriers and racism and all these detrimental policies that are forced on Indigenous people across Turtle Island, so I have a passion about bringing awareness on that. It can definitely be challenging and draining, but it's so important. So again, I think I have a good message, and this is why I started. I have 2 more questions. What does resilience mean to you? Well, yeah, that's like a very like broad question. Because like thinking about resilience is thinking about our strength. Like I definitely think like resilience is, our ancestors and our loved ones who came before us, striving in this colonial society, continuing to protest for rights and, challenging these systems. And I think it's that strength that our ancestors carries with everything that they have faced. They fought hard, and we are here today. And what is so powerful is that when Europeans came here, there was like 250 million, it's according, 250 million Indigenous people were killed but there is that 9%, that 2 million that survived, and every Indigenous person here now those are our ancestors is from that 9%. That's powerful. So when I think of resilience, I think of that. Like, if you are so powerful, like, don't let anyone tell you different, okay? You are so powerful. You have so much to offer, and you have incredible strength. Yes, days are challenging. Yes, we come across awful things that have happened to us, traumas, that intergenerational trauma, the racism, challenges that we face within the educational systems, whatever it may be, working every day, whatever it may be, going to work every day, whatever it may be, is that you have that resilience in you from your ancestors, and they're always there guiding you. So you strive, you just get up and you just do it, and that is resilience. And of course, of everything that is happening in the world right now, resilience is so important. And we're really seeing the resilience of Indigenous people right now. And so again, I want to send my love and my compassion and my support and prayers to all of my relatives across Turtle Island during this time. And my last question here is, if you can go back in time in history, where would you go and what would you do differently? Well, I feel like I just kind of went with the last question. I think about this all the time, and I'm sure a lot of Indigenous people do, but I think about what the land looked like before colonization, before all these buildings were built, and when Europeans got here and moved everything and built things up. I really just wonder what that looked like. And I just often think about that. Like, everywhere I go, I'm like, oh, like, I wonder what this looks like before colonization. Even just like driving on the highway, or like, what did that look like? You know what I mean? So something, again, like, I'm like a deep thinker, and that's something that I always think about wherever I go to visit. And of course, like, before I go to visit somewhere, like, I offer my intentions to the land, and I give my prayers, and just say my intentions, why I'm there, and that I'm not going to do any harm, and always have like a good experience there, probably because I'm offering those intentions and I'm being transparent and respectful of the land. So that is something I would probably go back to, what the land looked like before. All right, well, I'm so happy that I received so many questions. Again, like, if there's anything else like you would like to know, you pop it in the comments below. Again, as I continue to vlog and blog, and you to continue to be on this journey with me, you'll get to know me more. Again, like, if there's anything else you'd like to see with my vlogs, feel free to pop it below. I'll include all of my social media so you can reach out to me. I'll also include my email and my website as well too, so you can check out my previous blogs. I post makeup routines, like makeup looks, on my website. I'm kind of revamping it. There's gonna be a section dedicated to vlogs and where you can find them, my Spotify list, all of my previous blogs, and also like any announcements I post there. And I have a mailing list, so if you always want to be notified what's going on with me, feel free to join that mailing list. Again, before we go, please subscribe, like, share with your relatives, your aunties, your cousins, your neighbors, whoever. Share with them. I really, really appreciate you being here and subscribing, and just holding space for me, allowing me to do this. And so until we see each other again, I just want to say Wama P and Miigwech. We will see you soon. Take care.
Turn around and let it rain on me. Don't you be afraid.